The judge presiding over the rape trial involving a leader of the Rivers of Living Waters Church, Bishop Stephen, has denied an application for his recusal. Earlier this year, Zondo's legal team filed an application for that judge to step aside, alleging bias. Zondo is accused of raping several members of his congregation. He is denying all charges, saying there is a smear campaign underway aimed at destroying his church. Newzroom Afrika's Zola Sholwana joins us now live from the Pretoria High Court. Zola, good morning. It seems as if Judge Papi Mosupa isn't going anywhere.
Well, yes, indeed, Iman. From what we heard in court, essentially in the beginning, he was telling his court, the court, reasons why he believes that he has been handling this trial in a very fair manner since the year 2021 when he began with it, essentially telling the defense that they might have misinterpreted some of the things that he said, where he would say that some of his findings were based on people that came forth, and these are witnesses that are currently alleging that the bishop has, sexually assaulted them and also raped them. And some of these cases, date back from the year 1980. So you would understand that in the previous appearance, that's where the defense then submitted an application, requesting that the current judge handling the matter to withdraw himself from this trial. And we saw today that Judge Mosupa has actually, rejected that, essentially saying that he is continuing with this matter as he hasn't seen from the application that was sent by the defense. There's not enough reason or, facts that actually prove that he was unfair in how he commented on this matter. Also mentioning, Iman, that he has not handed down any judgment that could potentially suggest that he is indeed saying that Bishop Zondo is guilty of all these charges. He also, reminded the court that all that's currently being said, these are just accusations or allegations rather that have been put forward by the court, especially witnesses that have come forward. And therefore, he is quite confident that he will continue carrying out this case in a very fair manner, as he is required by oath that he took as a judge. And this is to ensure that whatever decision that he takes is best for the court, and also, of course, that will favor one party at a later stage. I must tell you that the defense did not receive that well, because from what they said, you could still see that they are convinced that the current judge is biased in terms of findings that he has presented forward so far as this case has been going on. But we do know that it is postponed to the 22nd, and that's where we will actually be seeing the defense having a conversation, sit down with all the relevant parties about the findings or the judgment that was handed over in today's proceedings.
No word yet, Zola, on whether they will appeal this.
Well, by the look of things, there's a greater chance that they could potentially appeal this, because they are convinced that if they continue with the same judge handling the matter, then there's a high possibility that, whatever outcome comes might not favor the bishop. And also another thing that they mentioned, Iman, was the fact that they believe that this will put pressure on the defense in terms of the answers that they have to give to the court, because you'd understand that we've been hearing a lot from the witnesses that have come forward accusing the bishop, and most of those witnesses are congregants of his church, and some of them are staff members. So there hasn't been really a chance for them to actually then respond, to the court as to, are these allegations true? But you would understand that the bishop has, for the longest time maintained his innocence in terms of these, allegations leveled against him, essentially saying that he is not guilty of all these charges. So they seemingly are going to appeal the decision that was handed down in court today, because they are still convinced that fair judgment will not be handed down, and also they don't believe that findings that will be presented by the presiding officer will be in fairness.